All right. One of my goals this year is to increase one of my professions, get more people involved. So I am a welder. I spent 30 years as a rodeo clown. I've been welding for about 25 years, fab shop, done some really neat projects. I do the metal work for Bannon Dunes. That's on their website under Iron Horse Metals. I am an aspiring golfer. But when I was rodeoing, I needed something to do in the wintertime. And I knew a guy who knew a guy, and they needed basketball officials. And I'm like, get paid to get in shape. That's the way I looked at it. So I started refereeing basketball. And when you start off, you're doing, the kids, the junior high and the freshmen, and every now and then, if you're good, you get a JV game. Once you finally know what you're doing and you get your mechanics down, then you're starting to do varsity games. Anyway, that's been almost 30 years ago that I started officiating sports. And then the basketball guys told me, you need to do football. Football's the most fun there is. Not as profitable, but a good football game, you can't match it. So I started doing football. I'm a good football official. I rank very high in my group. I've done 2 state final games in California. I've done a number of regional finals. I've done our section finals many, many, many times. Basketball, I've done section finals many times. I've gone to what we call NorCals. So right now it's the 4th of March. Our state finals tournament's going on. Those are fun games to do. However, they're not real profitable. The profitable games are the doubleheader, JV varsity or small school, girls varsity, boys varsity. I just want to show you how much money you can make. And this doesn't include your regular job. I mean, I have been welding the entire month of January, most of the month of February. I did have 1 week in Bandon in January. So that's one of the things I want to point out. So this is a pay stub. Okay. And this is from January 16th to January 31st. So I was gone in Bannon Dunes, I believe it was January 10th through like the 16th. So I missed a whole week of basketball. So this is just a 2-week pay period. That says $1,966.13. So my total income for basically the month of January is $25,2413. That's on top of what I make welding. And this is just something I do this is almost every evening. It's not Sundays. It's not Thursdays. It's almost every evening. This is great money. I don't care who you are. And it's a great 2.5 mile run every time you work a game. Yes, you got to put up with some idiotic fans. Yes, you got to put up with some idiotic players. I've been doing this long enough. Usually when I walk into the gym, the fans recognize me as someone who at least makes a good effort. The coaches usually, gives them a smile on their face. They just know that, hey, I'm somebody that's going to be able to control the game, and we're going to get out of there, and it's not going to be the officials that it's going to be the players that determine who wins or loses, not the officials. So it's taken me a long time to get to that point, but I just wanted to show you the money be made here. So one of my goals is to get more people officiating sports. Overall in the nation, there are 100,000 officials short. I turned 60 in August. I've been doing this for 30 years, probably more than 30 years. I really never added it up. But the bottom line is I'm one of the young guys. At 59 and a half, I'm one of the younger officials. I look at this sport, especially the sport of basketball, 5 years from now, it's going to be called recess because there's nobody out there. There's nobody coming up. We've got 2 or 3 young guys in our group, and they're looking at us old guys thinking, I mean, they're paying attention. They're good officials, but their aspirations are junior college, and I don't blame them. The old guy's going to still be doing the high school, but this is so. The one thing about this is this check. This is one of two associations I work for. All right, this pay period shows what I've made from this group. This is the North Coast Officials Association. So my 2023 income down here at the bottom, plus they've taken out $50 for next year's dues. But anyway, my, there's $3,100 there, and that's $3,100 that I wouldn't have made had I been sitting there. That's one group. So I also work for the Golden Gate Basketball Association. This is another group of officials. These guys do a few of the larger schools in our area. So this is just my check from, I think this is from, it's pretty much January 1st to January 9th. There's another $507 there. I mean, I'm not working as many as, there's some guys that are making, I know I talked to one guy, his check on this deal was almost $2,400. He worked, for just that one group. He almost made $2,400 in a basically a 16-day period. I guess a 16-day period. Gosh, there's good money to be made. There's great money to be made in officiating. Yes, you need a little bit of thick skin. Yes, you need to learn the rules, the mechanics. But the beauty of officiating is I'll show you one thing here. You don't need to be some superstar athlete in order to do this. Springtime through summertime, I carry my clubs on the golf course. That keeps me in really, really decent shape. Try to get that 10,000 steps, a day goal. I go into football season. I referee football on Fridays and Saturdays. I still am out on the golf course because there's enough daylight. Wintertime hits and we're screwed daylight wise. If you work a normal job, sun's going down here about 5 o'clock. That's when basketball kicks in. So off to basketball I go. I'm working at least 5 nights a week doing basketball. Average at least 2 games a night. I'm in the best shape in my life once basketball ends. I don't even feel it. First couple games, I'm sweating a little bit. I feel a little bit. This time of year, I can go do 2 games, 2 good varsity boys games, and barely break a sweat. And not be that guy that only makes it to mid-court and then back. And I'm the guy that could cover the court. So main goal this year was to stay injury-free, which I know it's hard to do when you're cutting and you're moving and the ball's coming at you and you're dodging out of the way, or just there's a lot of movement involved. You're bumping into photographers. Had that happen this couple weeks ago. There's a little bit of contact involved. But anyway, the main thing is that I made the whole season not one Advil, not one painkiller, not one anything. That was kind of my goal. I'm able to do that mainly because I can, I eat fairly healthy. I still enjoy a burger and fries now and then, but my bottom line is I've got this optimal weight. If I could stay somewhere around 200 pounds, 210, my body feels good, my legs feel great. When I hit that 220 mark, and then it's time to keto up and no carb, no sugar, and get healthy again. The main thing for me is I can tell you, I've got some allergen to wheat because my joint pain increases when I eat lots and lots of bread and that type of thing. So I eliminate that, my joint pain goes away, and so. But that's one of my goals. Is I'd like to be able to officiate, at this pace for another 10 years until I'm 70. Like I said, I'm one of the young guys. So one of my goals here is to convince people that, hey, there's a great way to make money out there. It's really not that hard. A weekend band, despite the weekend band, easily made $3,000 just in the month of January, on top of my regular job. So that basically works out to be the fun money, the pay off this card, whatever I want. Any golf trip in the future is coming up. It all comes from the referee account. What's up, Benny? He wants me to throw the ball. But anyway, what I'm trying to do is convince more people to officiate sports. That's, if I could pass one thing down, I'm trying to, with the welding information and the Martin's metal art and stuff like that, I'm trying to get people to take on some fun projects and show you how to build things. Well, I'm going to do the same thing with officiating. So I've got 30 plus years in football and basketball. I'm going to try to break it down to where you guys can watch a few videos and become a better official. There's not many jobs out there that you can make $3,000 extra cash and with a fairly limited, not a lot of skills. There's just very, very basic things that you need to be able to do. And you can do them by just reading a book or watching a few videos. The amount of instruction out there on how to officiate basketball and how to officiate football it's all over. And I really encourage you guys to, if you want to take on this endeavor, I'm going to break it down as simply as I possibly can. And my goal here is to, if we get 5 people watching this and decide, oh, this is how you do it, and this is how you're going to be successful doing it, and I mean, that's my goal. My goal is to increase the pool of officials, because right now how it's going, I'm 60, almost 60. I'm one of the young guys in our group. Believe it or not, I'm in that bottom third of young people, and I can guarantee in 5 to 10 years' time, the sport of basketball in particular is going to be called recess. There is just not enough officials coming up to work it. Right now, we've got one-man mechanics. You basically stand in the middle of the court and you watch the players run back and forth. And you're guessing whether the ball's inbounds or out of bounds. You're guessing on whether that's a foul or not. You're just using, we've got a lot of people working the lower level games, just one person. It's not made to be officiated by one person. Basketball, honestly, is made to be officiated by 3 people, especially on the varsity level, 3 people. So anyway, hopefully you're going to learn something. Hopefully you're going to have fun with this. And if you do want to become official, the first step, and every group is looking for this, North Coast Officials Association. They've got a website. Wherever area you're in, type in local officials associations, and you're going to get something that's going to pop up on your screen. Focus in. There's going to be a place to apply, somebody to call. Somebody's going to tell you the steps you need to make in order to get involved in that group, and then that group is going to train you, absolutely train you for free, so you can become part of their group. So that's number one. Find no matter where you live, find this, find the local group that goes out and officiates sports. Go to a high school game, walk up to the officials after the game or whatever. Say, hey, I'm interested in becoming an official. I guarantee you, every one of those guys is going to spend time with you and say, here's my number, call me, we'll talk, I'll tell you who to talk to. Or this is the number that you need to call. Or this is the website you need to be on. So please do yourself a favor, jump on this, and let's get rid of that 100,000 official deficit. Every sport needs officials, every one of them out there. Wrestling, lacrosse, football, basketball, baseball. Softball, I know water polo officials. There's short of water polo officials. I coach golf. That's the one thing we don't need an official for, but I need to know the rules. And there's a lot of things that I apply in communications with things. And we're gonna have one section just about communicating. We're gonna have probably 10 sections just about communicating on here. It's made me a better communicator in so many different ways. With my welding job, with, back when I rodeoed, with everything I do in life, I learned things on the basketball court on how to approach and how to describe and how to communicate. That's the key to any job you've ever done. If you're a lousy communicator, I guarantee you're not going to make money in the trades or on the basketball court or on the football field, or you're probably not going to have a very good marriage if you can't communicate. The bottom line is the communication skills that you're going to learn from this are going to help you with everything in life. Please consider becoming an official, and let's get rid of that deficit. Let's help those kids. All right. Bye.